Hello everyone, I'm Hone, and every Monday I bring you guys a new draft video, and that's what we're doing today. A little bit more Amonkhet Draft. By the time this video goes up, Hour of Devastation will probably almost be out. I'm actually recording this way ahead of time. I'm actually in Jerusalem doing some research for my dissertation when this video comes out. And so I haven't actually seen any cards from Hour of Devastation is the point, but by the time you see this, I will have, and it'll almost be out, and it'll be really exciting. So that's the point. But let's talk about the pack we have at hand here. So Decimator Beetle is ultra strong. It's the kind of gold card that I think is worth first picking. Oracle's Vault is interesting, and I've wanted to build around it, and I still haven't in this format. It would be great too, but I don't think you want to start with that. I mean, maybe I should, since this is going to be one of my last drafts, but for me it still feels early in the format, so I'm less interested in doing that, and I kind of want to win. I might just first pick Decimator Beetle. It's that strong. We don't have anything in here that's like a premium uncommon or anything. Oketra's Monument can be good. Scaled Behemoth is probably like the best single colored card in this pack, but I think both gold cards are better than it. And Oracle's Vault isn't, but it is a lot of fun. But I think we're going to take Decimator Beetle and see if that deck's open. If it is, we're going to be really happy. If it's not that big of a deal. Okay, well here, there's an On-Crop Crasher, which is super strong, super good for very aggressive decks. I could take it or Final Reward, which sort of goes with our Beetle, but On-Crop Crasher is strong enough that I want to take it here. Like it's a first pick caliber card, and if it was in this pack with this card, I would have taken it over it, mostly because it's monocolored, but I think they're comparable in their power level as well. So yeah, I'm going to take On-Crop Crasher here. Okay, speaking of aggressive decks, Commit to Memory is quite good, incidentally. You can use it as a counter spell, you can use it as a Time Ebb. It's very good for those things. But there's a Top-Crop Elite here too, which is quite good for aggressive decks, and if that's where we're going. Greater Sandworm's a good card, but I think we are going to take the Elite here over like either a red card, like Thresher Lizard's a fine red card, but I like Top-Crop Elite a lot, and it goes well with our On-Crop Crasher, if that's what we're doing. All right, well, these packs sort of continue to mystify. There's a lot going on here, but none of it is particularly good, and the colors were already in. So, and there's 3 of the Signpost uncommons, which is funny. We've already picked up 1. Here, I think we take Kenra Charioteer. We may end up in red-green, and I think, none of these other cards are really worth going into. Like Hyena Pack's mediocre. Shed Weakness is an okay combat trick, but I think we probably just want to take the Charioteer and see if that deck's open. We're getting weird signals for sure, but that happens. Okay, well here I think we take an Unwavering Initiate. It's just a good aggressive creature, has Embalm, so it does some stuff in the late game. So I think we take Initiate here. Okay, wow, I really like Start to Finish. If we ended up, like, he'd have to be black-white to play both halves, and that could happen, and then we splash green. I don't know. But I think it's probably safer to just go for, well, what is it safer to do here? Vizier of Remedies is good, but Bitterblade Warrior is better. I'm going to take the Warrior. Yeah, I'm going to take that Warrior. Could end up in green-white after all of the combinations we're seeing, because I think green and white seem more open than red does at this point. But yeah, we'll take the Warrior. Okay, well, this draft is trying to train wreck me, but I guess I'm going to take a combat trick over Honed Khopesh. This is a good blue card, but we don't want to be in all the colors. So we'll take a Brute Strength, which is, as I said, a reasonable combat trick. Honed Khopesh is fine too, but I'm going to try to cut a color at the same time so that I can maybe indicate that I don't want people in that specific color. Okay, so there's another Brute Strength. We don't think we want that. There is a Nest of Scarabs, which is tempting for me when I have a Decimator Beetle, but it doesn't really look like Decimator Beetle's getting played. I think we just take a Winged Shepherd here who has cycling early and in the late game is like a creature. So, yeah. And now we'll take a Pouncing Cheetah. We're just sort of bouncing between colors here, but we're giving people weird signals too. Okay, now we take a Bloodlust Insider, who's actually good. Not good, but fine in aggressive decks. That Aven Initiate was probably the best card in that pack, though. We'll take a Kopesh. I'm going to take this, because blue seems so open that I could... This for my sideboard. So red-green is looking slightly more likely at this point, I feel like. And if we picked up enough fixing, if we could splash our Decimator Beetle, I'd be thrilled. Scarab Feast it is. Like, I like our red-green cards more altogether. I mean, Talkrop Elite's good. It's our best card. The other two aren't anything special, though. They're fine. You know, they're playable. But Talkrop Elite is very good. So, we'll see what happens in this next pack. Just give me like 3 or 4 Kenra Charioteers. That would solve my problem. Not really sure how this... Oh, because I organized it by color, sort of. Screwed it all up. Okay, Trial of Zeal. Yep, that's going to push me into red. That makes red a lot more likely. I guess red's been sort of likely since we took On-Crop Crasher, but Trial of Zeal for sure does. There's also a Cartouche of Strength. Which of them is better? I think the Trial's probably better. I don't think I've ever had to make a choice between them. I do think the Trial's better than the Cartouche. I would love both, of course, but I think the Trial's better than the Cartouche. Yeah, we'll take it. Bye-bye, Cartouche of Strength. Doubt You'll Wheel. There's not another green card in this pack or red card in this pack that's particularly good, which is really weird. So that pack's going to come back to us pretty empty. There's Bontu, the most passed of all of the gods. Okay, there's another Talkrop Elite here. Bone Picker's quite good. Bontu, incidentally, not great. I mean, he's fine. He's more than fine. He's a solid card, but he's definitely a build around. You have to really get there on a high number of creatures, or he isn't really that good. And that's not true of the other gods. They can kind of stand on their own. He can't. That's probably why he's kneeling, I guess. So Talkrop Elite is trying to push me into white-red. And that's not a place I hate. There's also a Nefkrop Entangler, who's a very good 2-drop. I think I'd take the Entangler. I think with the Charioteer... Oh, it's hard. It's a hard choice. But I think with the Charioteer, we want to really try to push red-green. Yeah, we're doing it. Another Decimator Beetle. Why? Why does this happen? Okay, so we're going to take Electrify. So I probably would have taken that Talkrop Elite in that last pack and then taken an Electrify. So at least now I have 2 colors who are in the same color pair. Cards in the same color pair is what I'm trying to say. Wow. Talk about an unexciting pack for us. Cartouche of Ambition and Doomed Dissenter and Wasteland Scorpion are all fine. Here, I guess we are just going to take a good white card. I mean, well, not good, but a fine white card. If we end up in that color pair, it could happen. Oh. Why? Now you've given me an Honored Crop Captain. Oh. Well, I think I take that over Quarry Hauler and now push myself into red-white. God. Now I wish I had taken that. Yeah. But definitely, we definitely want... Honored Crop Captain's great. This pushes all these back into our deck. And now we're going to take a Desert Cerodon, who's just another late-game cycler. Or early-game cycler. Oh, yes. Okay, we're vindicated for our decision. We just need to pick up lots of 1s and 2s in these packs. That's not helping. 2s and 3s even, but I guess I take Hyena Pack here over Supply Caravan. We're not going to want anything that costs more than 4 in this deck. So we are a very aggressive red-white deck from what I can tell. So we'll take this Hyena Pack. I don't love it. Impeccable Timing's okay. You can get blockers out of the way if you're in a more aggressive deck. But is Brute Strength just better for my deck? Probably. Yeah, probably. Okay, I'll take a Forsake the Worldly for my sideboard. Yeah, we really jumped all over the place there. But really, we never picked up anything that great in green other than a Charioteer. Well, here's a Quarry Hauler, which is quite good, but and here pretty late. But we'll take a Renewed Faith. It's fine. It's a cycler that actually does something. All right, we'll take another Hyena Pack, which ideally we won't play. Now I really wish I'd taken that Talkrop Elite, though. It really looks like no matter what our second color is, it's not super open. Red is very open. Everything else is sort of not so open. That is a pretty late Renewed Faith. I mean, it's nothing exciting, but it is very playable. I'll play it. It's going to make the cut in this deck, I can tell you that. Ideally, we're not playing either of these Hyena Packs, and honestly, probably not these either. So we do have quite a lot of cards that we need to help fill in some blanks here. Oh, another Hyena Pack. Okay, great. Full Art Land, Pursue Glory. Another on-crop. Oh, man. I saw the on-crop crasher and got excited. But we also have Oketra, who I haven't had a chance to draft yet, and I think we just have to take. She's very good. This pack, of course, has on-crop crasher, Cartouche of Zeal, and Emberhorn Minotaur in it, which are all cards I would love. But we got to take Oketra here. She's very powerful. She just starts making creature tokens. We have a lot of creatures, so she'll be able to attack a lot of the time. Crasher is great, and I would love it, and I wish it wasn't in the same pack as Oketra. But it is, and we're going to take Oketra here. I thought maybe if I complained about it enough, it would show up in this pack, another on-crop Crasher. But we'll take a Gust Walker, which is a very, very good 2-drop. One of the better ones in the set. Probably the best common run, common 2-drop in the set. Which I realize is a pretty big qualifier, but hey. There's another Talkrop Elite. We'll take that over Anointer Priest or Nimbleblade Kenra. Sacred Cat probably makes the cut in our deck since we're really reaching out there for playables to try to stay in these 2 colors. So yeah, I'll take Sacred Cat. I mean, Jared's Resolve is an okay trick, but I'd rather have a Sacred Cat at this point. We really need creatures. Say we really need creatures, and then we get past Compulsory Rest. But I'm kind of leaning towards taking the Thresher Lizard instead for reasons I just mentioned. Both our Crop Captains and Oketra and our Talkrop Elites want us to get as many creatures as we can into play. Also, there's a Drakehaven, which would be awesome, but someone's going to be very happy with that Drakehaven, I can tell you. We'll take the Thresher Lizard here over the removal. We just need to get creatures. It's not something I normally would do, but because we figured out what our color pair is so late, we're just like taking any playable creatures that cost 3 or less mostly. So I mean, I don't have any problem playing these 2 and I'm going to be cycling them almost all the time, so they're basically down here. Another Bloodlust Insider, Brute Strength, or Mighty Leap. I think I'd probably just take another Insider. Yeah. Sure shot. Sure. All right, well, I think we got there on playables. If we're a 2-color deck, I'll probably play Grasping Dunes, as I often do, as you may have seen if you've seen my other draft videos. It usually seems to be good enough to me. So we got a ton of creatures. We can get away with... Do I want another Renewed Faith or another Bloodlust Insider? Probably another Renewed Faith. I think there were 2 foil Bloodlust Insiders that I passed. I don't like Flameblade Adept enough. Even in a deck where he's going to get pumped sometimes. Well, maybe I do like him. 2 Honored Crop Captains, 2 Top Crop Elites, and a Khopesh. Sure, whatever. We'll play him. We'll take him. Don't love him usually, but... Okay, so... We might be able to run 15 in this thing. We don't quite have enough cyclers to get there. God, Onward to Victory is so bad. So, Oketra's good. Yeah, we probably won't be able to run one of these if we do play 16 lands. If you're in 2 colors and playing 17 lands, Grasping Dunes is doable, but I don't think we're going to be playing that many. So, that is a late Shimmer Scale Drake. Kind of explains why there was also a very late Drakehaven. Okay. Yeah. Like, all of these guys get way better down here when you have 2 Honored Crop Captains, 2 Top Crop Elites, and a Khopesh. I normally don't play Flameblade Adept at all. This may be the first time he's made the cut, but I think we probably want him. We do, I think, need 16 lands in this deck. We can't quite get away with 15. So we got to cut a couple of things. Well, probably Nimbleblade Kenra. It is a 2-drop, but not so good. And maybe 1 Inciter as well. Yeah, I don't really think I want to. I think this looks good. This looks like a good aggressive curve. We have a few cards with cycling to help out our Bloodlust or our Flameblade Adept as well, in addition to just being able to pump him multiple different ways. I think we want both Brute Strengths because we're going to want our creatures just smashing through our opponent's creatures on the way to victory, hopefully victory. Yeah, so I think this is our deck. Seems like a pretty sweet little red-white aggro deck. We'll see how sweet it is. I do need to add lands. I think 8 and 8 is basically where I want to be. Yeah, seems good to me. All right, I'll see you guys in the first match. Well, here we are in our first match. It sure doesn't feel like we're only running 16 lands, huh? We're going to have to send this one back. Even with the Great Crasher in our hand, he's not so great if you can't like curve into him. All right, this is better. Especially if we have a land on top, and we do. We actually don't have any of our 1s or 2s, which is less than ideal, but we do have Oketra. We do have plenty of things to do with our mana. Well, I say plenty of things. They're not going to happen for a couple turns. One more turn anyway. I'd probably play the Sure Shot over the Lizard. Opponent's a zombie deck, most likely. Yes. Confirmed. Confirmed zombie deck. Okay, so let's play Minotaur Sure Shot here, since he can block Wayward Servant better. All right, drains us for 1. Okay. I think I'm actually going to equip the Khopesh and then play Thresher Lizard in my turn. Having Bloodlust Insider plus Oketra would be so cool. The bad news is Festering Mummy can actually put a counter on her, so we probably want to get rid of the Mummy somehow before I play her, because a 2/5 with Double Strike doesn't seem nearly as good. Okay. There's a really good chance our opponent has a combat trick. An incredibly good chance, even. That said, I think I'm going to block the Festering Mummy. In Oketra's name, yeah, that's what I figured. So we at least kill the Mummy. Then the Mummy's token will kill our Sure Shot. We go to 12. I'm guessing he's going to kill the Sure Shot. Yeah, he does. Another mummy? Come on. Why do I only have 1 white mana right now? That's what I'd like to know. Okay. So... I guess I'm going to play my elite here. These zombies, they're messing me up, man. The good news is, if we can get our opponent to run out of gas, Oketra can just give us so much gas. I think I'm just going to block with my Thresher. But our opponent had... Well, it looks like they're out of it, and that is not bad news. Oh... Hello. Well, this is going to set up a good future turn if we can play Bloodlust Insider here, which we can. And then Sacred Cat, which we can. Next turn we can play Oketra and give her haste. And she'll be able to attack. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to attack in the air. We're not exerting, though. And then I'm going to move the Khopesh to my Sacred Cat and in my turn. No! Oh, God. That's mean. That is just mean. To make someone discard their Oketra. Oh. The pain I feel is all too real. Okay, we're going to take 1. God. That's all I have to say. We're in trouble now. That Oketra play would have been huge. But now she's in our graveyard. So... yeah, I think I'm going to attack with my Sacred Cat. Offer up the trade. Try to gain some life in the meantime. Yeah. I'm cool with that trade. Because I can just get it back from my graveyard. Unlike Oketra. Yeah, I guess that's what I do again. We did not get the kind of curve out that I think this deck is going to be capable of in this game at all. We didn't do anything till turn 3. So that was pretty rough. Oh, God. Of course. Yep. Okay, that can actually block that Wayward Servant all day. I like that. I'm gonna move this back over here. I'm gonna attack in the air. See, our whole plan, I was like, my opponent's out of gas. I'll be able to start making warrior tokens even if I start drawing lands. Not so much. My whole plan went up in smoke thanks to this guy, of all things. I should have moved my Khopesh back to my cat, by the way. That was a mistake. Okay, well, we're going to attack in the air again. Now I think it's probably better to move the Khopesh to those who serve. If we can go wide enough, we'll eventually be able to take our opponent down, thanks to Top Crop Elite. Okay, so, well, is that better? It's actually probably not, because, yeah, it's not. Changed my mind. I think it's better to have 2 creatures who can block these 1/1s than it is to only have... I mean, they all could, but the others would have to kill themselves to do it, so... Oh, good menace. That's what I need to see. So is that land. Okay. I'm going to play another Plains because kind of nice to have one. Yeah, we're going to do this again. I probably double block the Cursed Minotaur with Sacred Cat and Those Who Serve. Chump block like Wayward Servant. It's probably my plan. Probably. Where's Brute Strength when you need it? This doesn't look good. Okay, it's not as bad as I expected. I was expecting bad. Okay. What can we draw here? Land? That's exactly what I wanted. Exactly. I keep putting it back on my Sacred Cat, by the way, because I really need to gain life if my opponent's planning on attacking me. Why don't they draw land? Did you draw land? Probably not. You probably drew a combat trick that's just going to destroy me. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And no catcher's name, probably. Yeah, that's probably what they drew. Okay. Well, I'm going to block like so. Do I take 3? Yeah, I think we do. No, we don't catch his name, really? Surprised by that. They do get to drain me for 1. My God, we're running 16 lands. Come on. What's going on here? Now we have to go back on defense. Unfortunately. We just not drawing gas late and our opponent continuing to draw gas, oh my God, is just going to make it so that we're, yeah, we have 10 of our lands, 10 of our 16 lands. That's what I have to say. Okay, well, we're just going to block you, and we're going to block you. Put your counters where you will. Yeah, I go down to 4, you go up to 11. If we draw another land right here, I might lose my mind. That doesn't look good. 5 mana. Ooh, it's really not good. Yeah, we're dead. Should I go down to 15? No. Sometimes you feel like doing that after games like that, where you just cannot, like your opponent's just like, oh, look, spells. And you're like, land, 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 land. It's just, it's part of Magic. And I think it's good that it's a part of Magic. to some extent. That's part of what makes it interesting. Is you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes, you know, I don't like being on either side of it usually, you know. I would definitely rather win, of course. So our opponent has a fairly powerful artifact and auras. So I don't think bringing in Forsake the Worldly is a bad idea. Cut one of our random cyclers. It's also a cycler, so I guess I like the Shepherd a little more. Looks like our opponent has like no flyers. My God. I think it's a keep, but it's another very frustrating one. We're not doing anything until turn 3 at this point. Oh, thank you. That makes things a lot better. Okay. Would have been better to have the white on turn 1 and you on turn 2, but, you know, I'll take what the world gives me. All right, so for now, I think I'm just going to play Thresher. And I think I'm going to play Nefcrop Entangler in my turn. What I'm hoping is that my opponent gets aggressive on me. Well, unfortunately, he doesn't have to tap to attack anyway, so it's not that aggressive. We'll take 3. Sparring Mummy, okay. You can tap down one of my guys before combat. With brute strength, I think I'm going to attack with everything. Make this Sparring Mummy unable to block. I mean, I'm even going to attack with my cat. I can always get it back. So we're going to exert you. I'm going to exert you. Going to attack and going to attack. So when I cast Brute Strength, he's also going to get bigger. So he'll be a 4/4 base stats when I cast Brute Strength. So that's what I'm hoping for here. So we'll make the Mummy unable to block. Well, there's 2 mummies in play, but you know which one I mean. Let's see what our opponent does here. Might just take it. Okay, so is it worth Brute Strengthing here? Is it worth it? I will gain life. My cat will not survive, though. Opponent goes to 11. If I cast Brute Strength, they take 2 more damage and go to 9. I think it's better to hold on to Brute Strength. And just embalm our cat. Yep, that's annoying. Now our opponent can attack us, of course. Yep. Why? Why do I draw so many lands? Okay. We're just going to end our turn. This deck just did not, it You can see that the pieces are there, but it has not delivered in this first match. And I'm hoping it does a little better in the next one. I was hopeful my opponent doesn't have another zombie, and it looks like they don't. So at least there's that. Okay. So 3, 5, 8. Okay. If they have an Oketra's name, I'm just dead. No matter how I block. I think killing Sparring Mummy is pretty important. Yeah, he's got an Oketra's name. Yeah, that was... Our opponent had a very good zombie deck, don't get me wrong, but we had horrendous draws, especially in game 1. In this game, maybe not as bad, but we just didn't curve out at all, and our deck has a curve that should curve out. So hopefully in our next couple matches, we do a little better. All right, we would like to play first. This looks like a good hand. No red, but, you know, we can almost curve out. We don't have a 2-drop right now, but 1-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop isn't bad. Probably should have played Oketra earlier, by the way, in our first game in the last match. Because even if she had a counter put on her, I would have found a way to survive by making a creature token every turn. So, but yeah. Hindsight and all that. I'm not going to attack into Initiate's Companion. Doesn't seem like the best plan. We're working on mana issues again in this game, so we're working on it. There they are. The opposite this time. Not good. So this is like, you know, because of what happened to us, if our opponent just has removal, they have their own top crop elite. I guess I can counter that with mine to some extent, except not really. Is this a draft that's going to be taken down by freaking mana problems? It's kind of looking that way. Our opponent can swing and exert and really hurt us here. Like, badly. That's what he's going to do. I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't. Yeah, exerted. Okay. Sacred Cat's just going to chump block this big guy. Oh, God. That was... Oh, no. No! Yeah, we're dead. We might as well scoop at this point and not show our opponent anything else. We are dead because our opponent had a nut draw and we had like nothing. We had nothing. That was bad. Both my pun and the game. Man. Let me know in the comments what you think of this deck, because the match may be over very quickly. I feel like, you know, I've drafted other red-white aggro decks in the format, and I've, you know, had lots of 2-1s with a comparable deck. I think I've even gone 3-0 with an aggro deck like this one. Okay. This might save us. We have 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. One of them's Honored Crop Captain. We have 2 of and haven't seen any all day. There's another 3-drop. Okay, let's see if we can do this. See if we can do this. The luck has not been there. I can almost guarantee, just based on the way this has been going today, that my Honored Crop Captain's just gonna die, like, before I get to do anything with it. That's my guess, you know. We'll see. Oh, could still die, but it's going to get to attack first, and, you know, they could have impeccable timing. But this is going to hurt them a little bit. Either way, if they don't have impeccable timing, it's really going to hurt. Ooh, it really hurts. Wow, okay, well, Honor Crop Captain number 2 then. We have Trial of Zeal to blow a blocker out of the way, and then our opponent is in real trouble. Yeah. Play that. That's what I like to see. Right, so Trial of Zeal. Feel 10 damage of pain, sir. Here you go. Here's 10 damage. Enjoy it. Oh, it's... I think it's 11. Did I do my math wrong? Yeah, it's 11. Yeah. That's more like it. We were the ones with the nut draw there. Okay. Well, I knew our deck had it in it. I mean, that was like the best. That was like the most ideal draw. But, you know, I'd be happy to just go like Bloodlust Insider, Gust Walker, Those Who Serve, Top Crop Elite without any issues. And we haven't been able to do that yet. So we need some help. This one we're gonna have to mulligan. Okay. All right, that makes it better. Got another Honored Crop Captain hand, but we don't have a 1-drop this time. We do have Gust Walker though, who is quite good. And our opponent seems to know that as well. So we'll play our own Gust Walker. That's aggressive. They must have a cartouche in their hand. There's like no other reason to do that other than cartouche. I'm going to go ahead and exert mine. I actually don't need to. I'm just going to not exert him, because if I trade for his Gust Walker, I feel fine about that. Yeah. So I'm guessing Cartouche of Solidarity, Trial of Solidarity. Did I get it? Could be the green Cartouche, which would be a little less... Yeah, it's the green Cartouche. Awesome. So you're going to kill my Gust Walker, and you're going to attack me for 4 in the air. Right? All right. Yep. Yes, you are. Okay, so I'm attacking. Good news is our opponent has 1 tapped creature. So if we play Nephcrop Entangler plus Honored Crop Captain here, we have the potential to get in for a ton of damage next turn. So, especially if I just top deck Trial of Zeal. Can we do that? Please? Yeah, that's going to be painful. Ooh. Isn't that interesting? I may actually gain 6 life with it. In this race, that could make a real difference. We are attacking with everything here. Both of our creatures, opponent's creatures, are going to have flying anyway, so. We want to exert you, I think. So he can block and kill my Crop Captain, but he doesn't, and that's good news for us. He's going to try to just kill us this turn, and we have the very real chance of surviving, especially if our opponent exerts both his guys here. We're in pretty good shape. Oh, I can't gain that much life if I play my Thresher Lizard. I can only gain 2. So our opponent can hit us for like 7 if they exert. Okay, I'm still playing the Thresher Lizard. Gaining 6 is big, but and I may end up regretting that. A Trial of Solidarity. What was I thinking? I knew he had it. Okay, so how much can they hit me with? 10, 12, God. Oh! Should not have played my Thresher Lizard. That was bad. If I'd held my Thresher Lizard and thought about Trial of Solidarity, I think we would have won because he would have been able to attack me 4, 5, 6. Well, hold on, math here. 5 damage just from Top Crop Elite, basically, is what we're looking at. 6 damage. Wait. I think I'm still alive. He can only hit me for 11. Yeah, he can only hit me for 11. Glad I did the math. Yeah, he can only hit me for 11. Please don't have a combat trick. If he doesn't, we win, basically. Well, not basically because he did not... His guys aren't going to tap. But we do get one more turn. Ugh. So it's 12. I was off, but we can still survive here. Do you have a trick to finish us off? No! I really should not have played my Thresher Lizard, though. That's the message here. I deserve to lose that one, you know. The other ones I didn't feel like I deserved to lose. This one I deserved to lose. So it evens out. Because that was ugly. Oh my God, I shouldn't have looked at that. That was so bad. Why did I play my Thresher Lizard? It was unnecessary. One of my biggest punts I've ever recorded, I think. I've punted a lot on recordings, as you well know, but why? I mean, part of my plan was... I just completely forgot he had Trial of Solidarity, to be honest. Like, until he was casting it. I was like, why? All right, well, not a great draft. I actually think next week's draft will be my girlfriend stipulation draft again. People seem to enjoy that last time. So my girlfriend will be drafting a deck without any idea of how to play Magic again. And last time that was pretty entertaining, so I'm sure it will be then. Maybe I'll even have a better record than I did this week. So see you next week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget my content sponsored by 5colorcombo.com. You can see the discount code on the screen. Needs own 5. You can get a 5% discount to buy some really sweet playmats, creature tokens, and other Magic accessories. So yeah, thanks for watching.